Welcome back, I'm Derka, and today I'm going to showcase the top unique spacesuits and how to get them for yourself. We are saving the best for last, so let's kick things off with the SY-920 Pilot Spacesuit. Players can find the pilot suit during the 6th Crimson Fleet faction mission called The Best There Is. It can be missed depending on how you finish the mission up. Towards the end in Engineering Bay 4, you'll need to speak with Dr. Vogel. Before you do, it would be a good idea to drop a save, because the best method to proceed is with a persuasion attempt, convincing Dr. Vogel that you are indeed a test pilot. If you pass the persuasion attempt, a marker will be placed on your map for the spacesuit that you can collect on your way out. If you do not pass it, like I didn't, you may need to pickpocket the keycard and password from the good doc. On your way to the prototype ship, be sure to make a pit stop in the locker room to pick the spacesuit up for yourself. Up next will be the Ranger Spacesuit. Going off its stats, it's not super strong, but still, it would be a solid choice for a beginning player. This one is super simple. Join the Freestar Rangers at the rock found in Aquila City. Complete the Hammer Falls mission to receive this, alongside the Ranger Pack and Ranger Space Helmet. This is the last mission in the quest line, but really, this faction quest line was shorter than some of the others, so it's still a good idea as a starting armor for a new player. Alternatively, you can just get the suit without the helmet or the pack on day 1 in Aquila City if you're not afraid of a little crime. Head into town and check out the general goods store to the left. Over on a shelf in the corner is a copy of the Ranger Spacesuit that you can borrow. The Mercury Spacesuit. Going off stats, it's actually better than the previous 2 suits, and you're going to come across this one in the mission Unearthed on the main Constellation quest line. It is near the end, depending on what order you did things, but still, you're going to find it in the NASA headquarters on Earth. While it looks locked up and unattainable in this display case, a little further exploration and you'll find another suit right over here waiting for you. By the time you get to this point in the game, there will likely be better options than the Mercury suit, but still, it's a cool historical nod. The Mantis armor goes down as the goofiest looking set on the list, I would say, but it's still legendary and can have some great unique effects that could be strong through the middle of the game. These effects are randomized, so everyone could have a unique version for themselves, and with 3 effects on the helmet, 3 on the pack, and 3 on the suit, this is definitely a good set to get. The Mantis spacesuit can be found during the Mantis mission. To obtain this mission, players need to loot the slate called Secret Outpost. It drops randomly from any spacer in the game. Once you have your quest marker, you'll need to head to Denvilla 1B, clear the area of spacers. Inside the base, complete the puzzle on the ground by spelling the word Tyrannus by passing on each letter to open the door. Continue moving until you reach what looks like the Mantis's base of operations. There you will find all 3 pieces of the armor waiting for you. Since it's randomized, you can drop a save before collecting the armor and reload the save to get the version you like if you want. Next up, my personal favorite, the UC Antixeno Legendary Armor Set. Aside from being one of the best looking armors, it's pretty strong as well. Its legendary buffs include more carry weight, automatic med kits if your health gets too low, and a chance for nearby enemies just to catch on fire. Pretty cool, huh? It also has an effect that reduces damage when standing still. Can't say I'm a fan of this one, but still, it's pretty strong. To get this suit, you'll need to work your way through the UC Vanguard quest line. On mission number 8, called Hostile Intelligence, you will travel to Londinian. After speaking with Major Hadrian, you'll have an alternative quest marker to go to the armory and arm yourself before the mission at hand. This room is loaded with loot, but the most important part will be over here on this countertop. Be sure to collect the helmet and skip pack as well. Speaking of the skip pack, this one gives a little more vertical lift than what I was used to at the time of getting it, making it really good for getting into hard to reach spots. I got the spacesuit as I was playing the mission, so it's possible it's missable and may not be there at any other time, but I'm not really sure. The Mark I spacesuit is found in the basement of the Lodge. Previously, this suit was available by sneaking it out through a crack in the glass, but this has since been patched, so now you will need to be able to pick a master lock. When you do get this suit though, it does have some of the best stats in-game. And finally, the best spacesuit in the game, not counting anything with the name Starborn in it, is the experimental Nishina Spacesuit. Stats-wise, it's a bit better than the UC Vanguard Antixeno Legendary Armor, but not quite as good looking in my opinion. This will also be in the main Constellation quest line, and it is 100% missable. I did on my first playthrough. The mission is called Entangled, although when you have the mission Final Glimpses in your queue, you can travel to Freya 3 and start Entangled. During Entangled, you're going to have some tough choices on how to save some people. But if you follow these instructions, you can save everyone and get the unique spacesuit as a reward. Complete most of the quest until you're in the final room with the probe laser firing at the artifact. Find Raphael's body in the bottom corner farthest from the giant laser. Loot his body to collect the probe calibration protocol. This explains that you need to make sure that all the power locks are engaged and go through degaussing. All you need to do is find the lab control computer. Head for the stairs closest to Raphael's body and into the control room above. In both realities, the destroyed lab and intact lab, we need to start degaussing from the main lab control computer. When we do, it will show us power locks that we need to reset by disengaging them and re-engaging them. Hover over the power lock so you can see what number it is. Let's do this for both the destroyed lab and the intact lab. Once the locks are reset in both realities, make sure the degaussing process is completed. After this, you'll need to calibrate the frequency. You can achieve this by setting the frequency to 40 Hz in the intact lab and 24 Hz in the destroyed lab. And finally, the primary calibration control will now be ready for activation in both universes. You can find it on the left side of the artifact. Activate it on both sides to unite the universes and save everyone in the lab, and you'll be rewarded with the Nishina Spacesuit. Overall, it's the best spacesuit aside from getting into the Starborn content, but let's face it, the UC Legendary set is the coolest looking as of now. If you're looking for some unique weapons to go with these spacesuits, check out this video on the left. And if you'd like some general tips to make your time in Starfield more enjoyable, I have you covered there as well. If you found this guide helpful, let me know by hitting the like button. This is Derka signing off. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.